going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be a pretty darn good one because DICE put out some information for us regarding a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff that the community has been discussing for a very long time now. I gotta be honest with you guys, this trip with Battlefield 2042 has been a pretty pleasant one right now. It was destruction in the beginning. I mean, if you guys have been following me for a long time, and you've seen my content for 2042, all I did was just completely steer everybody away from going ahead and buying that game. I was constantly saying it was not worth it, but my goodness, after watching this team grow and seeing the communication that they give to us, I mean, like I said, this video is going to be a really good one. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you guys do want to go ahead and support this channel, help us grind up to 50,000 subscribers, and simply if you just enjoy the content that you hear in today's video, obviously we post a bunch of stuff about FPS games, Call of Duty, Battlefield. We're even going to be dabbling in some X-Defiant when that comes out later on. If you guys enjoy that stuff, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and also last but not least, if you do want to go ahead and catch my live streams, I will be on Kick today, streaming, I don't know, whatever I'll be streaming, but at the end of the day, if you want to vibe out with me, chat it up with me, you can find the link to both my Kick and Twitch channel down in the description of this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now for those who don't know, unlike Call of Duty, Battlefield 2042 actually has fantastic communication right now when it comes to letting their fans and their community know about what is going on in their game. Such a crucial aspect, something that you would think is so simple and so easy, and honestly, something that everybody would know needs to be done. But Call of Duty makes it look like it's just an absolute challenge. But over in the Battlefield side of things, they actually put out a podcast all the time talking about behind-the-scenes things that they're focusing on, what's going on within the game, where their direction's going. It's fantastic. Of course, you guys can go ahead and check that out whenever you feel like it. But in their most recent one, and they put out a blog post of this stuff as well, they went ahead and discussed a lot of perfect points. I'm going to go ahead and flash this tweet up on the screen just to give you guys a good, overall view of what's happening. They said, stay tuned throughout May for news on Battlefield 2042 quality of life changes coming in Season 5. Evolving vault weapons, vehicle loadout rework, improving Dozer and Irish, and squad management and squad orders. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some really good things I have to go ahead and discuss with you guys throughout all of these aspects. And again, like I said, man, I feel bad. I feel bad for all the Call of Duty fans out there. I know, I'm a hardcore COD fan as well. You guys see me ranting all the time about the communication that we don't get over on that game. I mean, it took forever just to figure out what's going on with Building 21 or whatever it's called in DMZ, right? It takes ages. But, like I said, this is how it's supposed to be done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been asking for the vault weapons to have a bit of an update. They can't have any camos. All of their attachments are very basic. They're going to go ahead and start updating that. We are going to be going ahead and getting a lot more attachments for the vault weapons in this game. A lot of 2042 attachments. I believe they're actually going to be taking out the base attachments as well, just to make it a bit easier. I know it might annoy a few, but honestly, I would much rather have a bunch more attachments for the vault weapons than worry about some base attachments that came with the guns in their prime. It's rough, but at the end of the day, man, I'm going to be so happy to finally be able to change out mags on my vault weapons. It's going to be absurd. Realistically, the vault weapons are fun to use, but the disadvantage they put you at for not being able to, actually put useful attachments on is massive. I mean, in Battlefield 2042, if you have all the mags on, you can pretty much never run out of ammo. I mean, you'll run out, but each mag gives you a fresh set of ammunition. The vault weapons, you can't change the mags. Maybe on a couple, maybe a few, but the mass majority of them, you can't. So once you're out of ammo, you have to either find ammo or switch out that gun. Whether you think that's a good feature or not to be added into Battlefield 2042, at the end of the day, it's in the game. And once again, it makes it a massive disadvantage to pick a vault weapon over a base weapon. They're still fun, but it's just not worth it. So this is going to be huge. And at the same time, you can finally put skins on those guns. Once again, another thing that is just so aggravating about a lot of the vault weapons is you just can't deck them out to look cool either. You get these cool skins and you can't even put them on the vault weapons. The vault weapons always have to be completely bare. It's going to be so awesome to be able to finally see some skins coming onto these weapons. And the variety in gameplay is going to be out of this world. We're going to see a lot more across the board because, again, these vault weapons are good. It's just it's huge disadvantages, honestly, between vault weapons and 2042 weapons. And I have seen complaints of people saying, oh, we need more base weapons. And I agree with you guys. We do need some more base weapons when it comes to Battlefield 2042, 110%. But at the end of the day, I'll take what we can get right now. Again, 2042 to me personally is just DICE proving that they understand the direction that we want, that they can, actually fix up a game, they can produce certain maps, so on and so forth. I just hope that a lot of their time behind the scenes is focused more onto the next game, and we can get what we can get out of 2042, because, we're only one more map away from all of them being remade, and then the team, whoever's working on 2042, can start to focus only on new content, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. The vehicle loadout rework section is all right, but honestly, I'm leaning more towards the final segments of what they talked about here. That is improving, some of the specialists, and also the squad management. Now, before we get to squad management, that's, oh man, I really can't wait to talk about that. I do want to discuss the improvements to Dozer and Irish. I don't know. I feel like there are some other specialists out there that they could focus on more than Dozer and Irish. I feel like Irish is in a pretty good spot right now. I don't know what else they want to do to him. We'll see. Any improvements are welcome. We'll see if, they make him a little bit better. And Dozer as well, yeah, I think he's pretty. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this, but I personally think Dozer is actually pretty useful if you use him in the right ways. But I guess he can use some improvements. At the end of the day, I don't know. Hopefully, there's more improvements across the board because other specialists could be touched upon a bit more. But like I said, what I really want to talk about here is the squad management and squad orders. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been waiting for this for so long. We can finally manage our squads, and squad orders also. Fingers frickin' crossed, ladies and gentlemen, we can get something saucy out of this. Now, first and foremost, I don't think they're going to go ahead and do this, but man, I really hope we can get higher player squads. Going to 4 players is just like every single time a new Battlefield game comes out, I feel like I have to play with less and less friends. They always keep shrinking my Battlefield friends group. It's driving me crazy. I don't think it's going to happen this time. I want to stay hopeful that possibly it might, occur here. But yeah, that might be something that we have to wait for a future Battlefield game for. But the squad orders, I don't know what they mean by this, because, we already can ping certain flags, and you do have a squad leader who has the squad leader ping, and you do have, everybody else who has their own casual ping. So I'm thinking that this is something a little bit more in depth, and I'm really hoping it's leaning towards Battlefield 5. Because that system was so outstanding for getting your squad and team to actually work together. It really was. Nothing incentivizes people more to go do something and follow orders than knowing that you can get a bunch of stuff for doing so. If you and your friends know that if you follow all the orders that you guys ping, you get enough points to drop a bomb on everybody in the lobby, you best believe your squad is going to be trying to follow every single, one of the orders that occur. And that's how Battlefield 5 felt. Battlefield 5 was very dependent on, having a good squad lead that actually was able to rotate you around the map in a correct way. It was actually kind of crucial to have a good squad leader. Wow, who would ever imagine? Because that's how Battlefield's supposed to be. 2042 doesn't have that. 2042 to me personally still feels partially like a free-for-all, It feels like, it's fun, I can enjoy it, but at the end of the day, the team play aspect, I know adding in classes was supposed to be, something that was implemented to help find a middle ground. It's cool and all, but at the end of the day, I still feel like everybody's just charging around doing their own thing. Unless, of course, you're playing with a bunch of friends. But even when I'm playing with a bunch of friends, when we ping stuff and when we try to actually play as a squad, we still don't feel any reward for doing so besides, just us working together nicely. But there's no, like I said, XP, any rewards, anything that actually, makes us feel good for doing better. Maybe we can get the best squad at the end, end of the game screen, which I guess is cool every once in a while. But I really think Battlefield 5 system was perfection. That squad, orders, oh my gosh. It was so good, and it really did drive teamwork. And if they implement that into Battlefield 2042, if that's what they mean by squad orders, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely in for a treat. But this right here is what I call communication. Pinpointing what the community is talking about and fine-tuning it to try to at least find a middle ground for everybody. Talking about things, discussing things, and maybe they don't go as far as the X-Defined developers, Mark Rubin, always on Twitter discussing with every single person out there. That is a whole nother level. That is just outstanding, and I love it to death. But even these type of discussions are fantastic. Little podcasts to let us know what's going on behind the scenes, these updates, blog posts all the time, keeping us updated on what to expect in this game. Man, I would kill for this type of communication out of those Call of Duty developers if COD put this much effort into listening to their core community compared to, all these other guys. It will be in a good spot too, but sadly it's not. But I'm really excited to see what this update's going to be like. I'm pumped for Season 5, and also the Hourglass remake is going to be, I cannot wait to see. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, bumps, I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and that notification button. Also, want to chat me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.